Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for your crypto neo, your news, education, and opportunities. My name is Jacob, and I'll be your host today. And today, we're going to be talking about Astar. Astar is a multi-chain Polkadot DApp hub. And so, what does that really mean? Well, it's technically speaking a layer 2 built on Polkadot. And so before we really dive deep, I do have to get some disclaimers out of the way. This is not financial advice. This is not the advice of any kind. So please don't think of this as advice. Not medical, not financial, not tax advice, none of that. If you spent any time here on our channel, you'll know that I love talking about layer 2 solutions. I love talking about privacy solutions. I love just talking about the blockchain technology and the opportunities here. And it's really what brought me to Wise Beyond Bitcoin. And so with that out of the way, let's just dive into it. Well, what is Astar? We've said it's a layer 2 solution, but really what is that? So think of it kind of like building blocks, like Legos. You have Polkadot as your base layer that isn't able to really have a smart contract platform. It's a layer 0, right? Well, Astar just recently won a Parachain. One of the first Parachains to be announced was Astar. It was within the first wave. And so what that means is that they now have the okay to be building out their platform on top of the Polkadot ecosystem. And so you can think of it like your Lego house being built on a Lego floor. So if we go through here, just kind of look at some of the total locked value. So a lot of ETH, good amount of community members, and a decent amount of projects too being developed on this platform. And so the heart of Astar is its interoperability. It's going to bring other blockchains into the Polkadot ecosystem, from the Ethereum ecosystem, the Cosmos ecosystem, and even more that they've yet to announce, but I'm sure we can all speculate. Maybe Solana, maybe Casper, maybe some other popular layer 1 blockchain. But if we look through here, you can find some interesting information just on their website alone about what really makes Astar tick. And so Astar is quite unique in their approach to blockchain technology and incentivizing developers. And part of that is being able to have their build to earn program. And we've talked a bit about Astar before and a bit about their build to earn program, but just a quick recap. Astar's build to earn program is a program that allows developers, whoever they may be, to register their DApp, and people can stake, allowing that those developers to earn a portion of the rewards made, giving them front run liquidity to be able to work on their projects. And so when you're doing that in a way where you're creating this incentive for developers to build, this incentive for people to give back to their developers, because by staking with a particular platform, they're earning interest. And so it may only seem like a small amount at 9% interest currently, but that really just depends on your personal preference of what it is that you would like to do. If you personally believe in, let's say, something like decentralized privacy and intelligent system based on the substrate technology, that could be something that you might want to take part in. And by taking part in it, you're also economically incentivized. I just think that's awesome. That's amazing to me, is that fact that it's just Astar is so unique in the way that they're trying to tailor their ecosystem towards development. Now, one of the other things that I'm pretty excited about and I'm pretty bullish on when it comes to Astar is their security audit that was done by Quantstamp, which is a space leader. If you've spent any time in the crypto space, and if you've been rugged once before, you'll know that you like to go through security audits and making sure that there's some kind of security checks being done here, here, and here, and it's not done in-house by the people who are building the technology, because then there's this incentive to be able to say, oh yeah, I did it, my work's fine. But when someone else looks over your work, when someone else does it, they're more likely to call out what issues are arising. And with Quantstamp securing more than $200 billion in value over a period of time, it just goes to show that their track record is pretty damn good. And with their mission to facilitate the adoption of blockchain technology just across the world, it's important to recognize that Quantstamp has a vested interest in staying as a player that people trust in this system. And so they are kind of they're kind of in that need of trust, because we put our trust in these blockchain auditing services that they're going to be able to do their best to audit. And so as we go through here and as we look at the audit for Astar, you can actually view the full report, and we'll leave a link down in the description below. But when you go through here, you can see that test quality, documentation quality, both high. You could see that they had 4 issues with 3 of them resolved, all medium to low risk. And if you want to go through the summary and actually read everything here, we'll go ahead and, like I said, leave the link down in the description below. But this is a detailed look at their audit. And today we got a lot more to cover. So we'll go ahead and leave that to you so you can do your own research, be your own bank. One of the things that I also want to talk about that's an achievement that Astar has reached is, after raising $22 million led by the world's leading investors, they launched a program that they're going to have $100 million in this program, this build to earn program. And so you can see that across their native DeFi apps, their NFT projects, and other Web3 developments going on. And we'll go ahead and read a little bit about that. The project wants to contribute to the Astar ecosystem and can take advantage of this program to grow in terms of the number of users and volume. And so this is an incentive for those who are here early on. This is a way for people who use this technology early to be able to possibly get life-changing amounts of wealth. And whether you're a developer or whether you're a user, there's always opportunities within this space. And with the opportunities that Shiden and Astar bring, Astar being on the Polkadot ecosystem and Shiden being the sister blockchain on the Kusama ecosystem, they work in an interesting way where the Ethereum virtual machine and WebAssembly are able to communicate with each other. So you can have developers who develop in the EVM and have that smart contract communicate with the WebAssembly smart contract. You can develop partially in one type of language over another. And that's just an insane value proposal for me. That not on top of the fact that you are giving developers this freedom to be able to choose what thing that they're going to be using. On top of that, you also have solutions like ZK rollups aiming to be the center and the focus of what Astar can bring, as well as the interoperability across multiple different blockchains, the interoperability across the EVM and WebAssembly, and even adding into the Cosmos ecosystem, which I just think is just fantastic. Talking about their grant, they actually have some interesting news about a couple players in this space who are aiming to grow more adoption for Astar. And so we can see ArthSwap here is a kind of a DeFi hub, right? This is a place, if we go ahead and pull them up, this is a place much like Uniswap for you to be able to swap around your different cryptocurrencies. And so they're bringing DeFi to Astar. And on top of that, you have other DeFi protocols like lending protocols like Starlink, which if we go through here, get a little bit more information on that. You can see their partnerships. You can see that they're bringing their native lending protocol over. And it's just interesting to see this adoption coming through. I think that over time, we're going to be seeing plenty of amazing things happening within this space. And so one of the things that we can pull up here, if you go to tofunft.com/astar, you can actually see that this particular NFT marketplace has a huge amount of interoperability. That in it of itself is something that I wanted to bring up. It's just that Tofu NFT is just this massive interoperable ecosystem. But working closely with an interoperable blockchain like Astar could be very smart for them. And we can see that across Astar, Shiden, many other different blockchains. And you could look at the different NFTs that are hot on what blockchain on this particular marketplace. And we can see that there's not much here. It may be worth it if you're a developer who wants to work in the NFT space, who has an idea with NFTs to be able to develop on Astar. It may be worth it to be able to take advantage of these early opportunities. And if you're a developer, well, there's $100 million out there ready for the taking for those who are willing to build on Astar, for those who are willing to put the time and effort into really adding value. And so I think it's amazing, the value proposals, not only for the people building in this space, but also the people interacting in this space. And so just a quick reminder that none of this is financial advice, but if we're looking at Astar here, and we're looking at the current market cap at 290 at 11 cents, it could, if the market cap doubles, triples, very easily be worth a lot more money than what it is now. And we can see that its all-time high was at 42 cents, and it's been down 72%. Personally, I would say that that's kind of expected. Whenever we see a new blockchain, you kind of have this this movement where you have either a spike up of people purchasing in the token the first week, couple weeks, and then a drop down with a linear movement over time as use cases and development happens within those ecosystems. And Astar is no different. They are developing and they are building. So don't don't sleep on the fact that there are projects out there that Yes, they might have some lateral movement. They might even make a downturn. But if they're creating incentives, if they're changing the way the economics are being done in this space, if they're adding value with the things that they're building, it's very possible that the price action is going to reflect that. And like I've said, this is not financial advice, but me personally, I have personally a vested interest in Astar. I own Astar myself, and it's something that I personally feel that is a long-term hold, especially for the Polkadot ecosystem. I mean, the insane value potential of having a hub where Polkadot can communicate with not just Kusama, but also Cosmos, also the Ethereum virtual machine, also every single thing that uses the Ethereum virtual machine, all of WebAssembly. Like, it's insane to me, at least, the value proposal from a development standpoint. And I really do think that over time, we're going to see that reflect in not just the network effect, but also in the price point. I hope you enjoyed your time here with me today. And until the next time, namaste.